Alright guys, Supreme Kami here, and we are going to be reviewing the last new alteration, the Blast Impulse Gundam. This is a welfare unit, so this is going to be a quick spin around. So this right here completes the trio for the Impulse Gundam base right here, so yeah. So as far as the part wise, we have 6 parts in total, 2 EXQs, and then 4 part trays in total. And yeah, I think I have maxed out everything already. So let's kind of quickly take a look at it after alteration and see what is going on. Especially we do want to pay attention to those part traits just to see are there any improvements, so we can potentially snatch a few parts here and there. So head part, let's kind of get started. Great tags, right? Long range and mid range, so you definitely do have a variety. So 7K. So that is definitely very similar to the high mobility Psycom Saku, just having that base 7K ready, so that's good. Portrait is okay. I think we could definitely take that, right? I think just for any new player, for example, I think this is a very valued head portrait, especially this one right here. When you have that job license, the long shooter job license, the enemy EXQ damage plus 30%, so that is good. That is definitely really good. I wouldn't say it's the best out there, but if you're talking about like a free-to-play units, like especially of this old, like, so I think it's still pretty good. Because I think Blast Impulse came out a long time ago. So for the first portrait, honestly, I wasn't really expecting anything that's great, right? So, but this one definitely is a good redemption. So if you guys are running multi-mission, you guys have some good amount of, let's say, multi-mission coin available, do definitely snatch up a full portrait level 10, because I think it should be quite helpful in a way. If you guys do not have a really better head portrait, if you guys have some of those like really busted head portrait already, yeah, don't go for this one. So that's that. Torso, let's see what we have. So that's gonna be a swallow, and not anything too crazy, obviously. Same tags, long range and then mid range, and then wow, okay, this is already good. Speed attribute shooting power boosted by 25%. So originally this was already good, but they want to add a little bit more on top of that. They make it excellent. While long range EXQ CD reduced by 20%. Perfect. That's good. Usually locking to a war tag is not as bad as locking to like a specific attribute, because this one you can kind of play around your parts and try to make it to every possible typing to have long range right there. But this one is only for speed attribute, unfortunately, but this is good. I'll still run this on like any build besides speed attribute, because this is really valued. So that's, yeah, this one is definitely certified as a great alternate part right there. Now moving to the arms, let's see what's going on. Lance category, enemy melee power reduced by 25%, so okay. And then long shooter job license, enemy all power reduced by 30%. Okay, this is another example of, you know, great alteration. Base is really good, you know, you want to manage your enemy power, that's great. But this one is all power, so that is really good. So this one pretty much covers anything. When it says all, it covers all, essentially. So this is good. For anyone out there that's trying to make like a defender type build, reducing your enemy doing XYZ power, this is what you need. So that's great. This is definitely something I would snatch up for myself, just for it, because you really don't see a lot of opportunity to have both reduction on the same time. But welfare, we have been getting some a lot lately, so I wouldn't say we won't get any more. But if you guys can, do definitely grab those as well. Tag on this one is a long range, and then for Tundra, the stat on this one is not really too crazy. This one, first trade is not really good, I will tell you that. Second trade is just more situational. I will not say it's bad, but at the same time, if you're fighting only one enemy, it's not gonna proctor, so that's why it is really situational. I think it would definitely be really helpful when you are playing like the crew multi-mission. The boss multi-mission, not really, because there is only one enemy, unfortunately. So it's definitely a good and bad at the same time. But if you guys do have like a fully 100% cooldown reduction type build. This one you won't need it because you already do have 100% already. But for those who are trying to kind of get into those 100% cooldown reduction type build, this one is still not a bad starter to fill in that gap, that waiting gap, right? So it doesn't replaces the 100% cooldown build stuff, but this one could kind of fill it in for the time being that you guys are working towards the portrait. So okay, it's not too bad. And then we have the actual EX skills now. So we got the high energy long range beam cannon. So this one starting out was pretty weak, only looking at the power. So right now it's definitely looking pretty good, looking at B plus power. So we'll definitely take that. And then last but not least, we have the javelin. Not really crazy stat, unfortunately, but we do have a javelin throw. So this is pretty much going to be like a throw type EX skill. So pretty much gonna be the same animation as any of the throw type melee's EXQ, unfortunately, but there you have it. So those are gonna be all the alteration for the Black Simple Gundam. So it's not bad overall. There's definitely a few parts that is really useful. So I'll definitely give this one a overall thumbs up. So I guess next let's kind of hop into the boss mode division. I'm gonna try to make the build where it's gonna be a dual type build once again, because we do have to keep that in mind. We do have a range based EXQ and then a melee based EXQ, so I just want to be able to kind of clear everything in one go if possible. So I'll be right back as I do get the build ready. Alright guys, so this is the dual build that I kind of went for. Not really the most optimal in a way, but I think it works. We definitely do have some portrait that are not really melee supported. I mean, like, as far as what I plan to do, probably gonna be using the javelin throw, just take down the legs, and then we'll be using the long range beam cannon to see if we can, you know, finish things off. So hopefully this works. 150,000 shot attack should be fairly enough, and yeah, let's kind of hop in now. I did actually included the sword impulse shield just for the aesthetics of it. I probably won't be using a shield throw if necessary, but let's do hop in now and see if we can take down the big Zam. Alright, so we are in. So as far as how I want to do this, just gonna hop straight into here. And I do the limb break and then bam. Oh, not really. Was close. Was really close. And this one, we were shy. We were just a little bit shy. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? We just needed more damage. Oh, it's so unfortunate. Come on, man. No. No. Alright. I'm gonna chill a little bit right there. But yeah. Given if we were to use it on the respective build per se, there's no doubt in my mind that the javelin throw and the long range beam cannon, they would be able to do their job. But it's just unfortunate that I decided to go for like a dual type build, so that's why we do have to sacrifice here and there as far as portrait stuff. But it's not bad overall. It definitely does get the job done. I feel like for people that are watching this, like, if you guys do want to take down any of the multi-mission boss, like using like a welfare EX skill like that, just buff, you know, just bring a buffer for example, and then you guys should be good. It's just that I didn't want to use a buffer just so I can use it as natural as they are. But overall, it's pretty good. Definitely another well done alteration by them. So I'm definitely glad to see that. But other than that, you know, that's going to be pretty much it as for the review for the Black Simple Gundam. So this is going to be the last welfare that to be reviewed until the next 2 weeks to see what we are getting. But other than that, that's it for me. And then I will be catching you guys all on the next one.